What's up, my fellow YouTubers? I hope you're all having a great day today. Today, I'm going to give you guys another book review in which I will be reviewing the second part of the Angel Trilogy by Brent Weeks, Shadow's Edge. Now, Shadow's Edge just takes place shortly after The Way of the Shadows, in which Kyler now is kind of more, in a way, he's kind of trying to reject his past now as being an assassin and go back to living more of a suburban type of lifestyle. However, stuff begins to happen and he must pick up the ways of the assassin again as new threats begin to rise in here. So he now is almost forced to reclaim his status of the identity that he took in The Way of the Shadows, which is a wet boy, as we all know, is an assassin right there. Okay, that's the whole summary of this plot, and we do get introduced to a few more characters, and this one, there are a bit more point of view changes in here as well. After reading this book, I'm going to award it a good 4 out of 5 stars. Let's begin why. As I just said with the plot, it was pretty good. Felt really entertained by it. I at all didn't feel like it was too slow or moved way too fast. It moved at just the right pace for a adult fantasy book right there, and the fact that we learn more and more about the world right here and what's going on and all these other types of rulers and how they're trying to go to power, and more about like what these wet boys that Kyler is, what they're more and more really about. And we also discover there's other people within this world that are wet boys, and they're like even more powerful than Kyler is, and that makes the story much more grabbing for entertainment and not just like not just a story that you could say where someone just wants to read because they just need something to read and get their mind off of something. No, like this world, the way Brent Weeks creates it, it's so dramatic and entertaining that I just kept wanting to learn more and more about it because it was so diverse from everything. I mean, from the characters to like religion that takes place in here and a bunch of other stuff that happens. It never stops. He doesn't quit at just one specific idea. He goes further and further beyond to bring this story to life, which I highly enjoyed. And in this book, as we know, yes, Kyler, he's the main character, but we do see other point of views, like Logan, who Kyler actually believes is dead. We see more of his viewpoints in this story as he grows more and more into being a leader that he knows he must be in order to reclaim the throne that he basically lost. It was pretty much, I believe, it was stolen from him because he was basically set to be killed. He survived. Kyler doesn't think that he's still alive, and we see more of just the type of character he is. He's not this weak leader. Like, he's a strong person that knows he must be able to succeed in order to bring like peace and order back to this world now that like the God King and all are disrupting. That was pretty good. Then there's another character called Elaine, I think that's how you say her name, and she's kind of like a love interest of Kyler, and she basically tries to change him into being more of like a sex toy for her to use, because that's pretty much all she sees him for. I mean, she wants him to leave that whole wet boy stuff behind and basically use him to her own advantages right there. So yes, she is kind of like a character of you're not kind of sure what side she might be on. Is she good? Is she bad? That was something real interesting right there to see, and I did enjoy having her in the book, though at times she did feel kind of a little bit of annoying. She still was great to have in the story because in any type of book you should always have at least one female lead, and she's a great example for that right there. And then there's V. She's another type of wet boy in this story, and she's kind of like a nemesis to Kyler, as she basically tries to always outdo him in every way. So she's kind of like a anti-hero, you could say, protagonist slash antagonist, because she does do some things that, you know, you couldn't fully 100% agree on, but she does have of morals and intentions to why she does the things that she does. Because of her past, we then discover more and more about her, like, oh, it's all making sense why she's kind of like a bitch and an asshole at times. It's basically the past has been stuck on her, that the way she's pretty much trying to revive it is by causing all this chaos and pain to others in order to succeed at what she believes will heal her from all those scars that the past inflicted upon her. And moving on to the action and all, it was pretty good, well paced. I mean, it had a little bit more than the first one, but I'd say roughly around the same of it. This basically revolves more around, like, you know, obviously assassins right there and fighting. I mean, there's not going to be a huge bunch of wars and stuff that take place in this story, but still, you get plenty of it, and it doesn't stop. Brent Weeks always puts his heart and soul into making these battle scenes and all the suspense feel as real as possible. Hence why he's another one of those authors, I'd say, that I've grown to love so much, because his work never bores me. It entertains me to the fullest, and it just makes me want to read more and more of what he has to offer, which I will be doing in the future videos to come. And that's all I gotta say about this book. Hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, remember to hit that like button and subscribe to this channel. I do post videos every Friday, and I try to post more throughout the week, but right now it's just going to be Friday only. Once again, guys, thanks again for watching. Hope you all have a great day, and remember to be safe.